So you can, I always so nervous about this one. Oh, God.
Okay, video guy, we are doing collaborative success solutions, goal alignment.
Sorry.
Hi, it's Melanie Stover.
Hi, Cheryl Peltekis.
And we are talking about goal alignment. Now we know in the last videos we talked a little bit about wants, needs, and expectations. We're gonna go a little bit deeper now. You're already out there doing what you said you were gonna do. Whatever they desired of you in regards to communication, delivery of your services, you're already doing that. Now it's time for us to go just a tad bit deeper. And at least on a biannual, so twice a year, sometimes we do this 4 times a year, especially if there's any type of leadership change and or any type of billing changes for them, any type of industry changes for them, good time to get out there and ask good questions.
Absolutely.
For me, this is about me aligning myself with their business goals. So, for example, if they have an industry payment change, like we see in the SNFs, or as we see in the physician models coming down the pike, our job is how can we as home health, hospice, or private duty figure out how to best align ourselves with what they want and the changes that are happening to them.
Yeah, absolutely. This is something that is going to help you to understand what are their key issues that they're dealing with, or that they are, again, like Melanie said, that are coming down their pike. Making sure that if there's something that we need to do as an organization to change our strategy, our approach, help them solve a different type of a problem that we may not have experienced working with before, that we learn about this. Besides the fact that this, again, is all about putting your accounts in that vault and keeping it and bulletproofing it, it's also, again, to make sure that this is one of those times that you're learning. Are they thinking about selling? Are they thinking about merging? Are they thinking about acquiring their own? If you learn this ahead of time, it gives you enough time to look to see, hey, what has the value of this account been to me? And how am I going to make sure that I am constantly trying to find more accounts to make up for this if you do identify when you're doing a business review that you potentially may lose an account. In addition, doing a business review is also about doing your deep dive into your data. Looking at what is the value of the referrals that they've given you. What is the number of referrals that they've given you over each of the last 90-day periods? Is it on an upward trajectory? Is it on a downward trajectory? You would hope that you look at that every month, but I know that for sure when you automatically put this out to your staff as a manager or as an owner and you say to yourself, I want my reps to do this. When the rep does it for the first time and they really do that deep dive into their account data, it is pretty phenomenal that the results give the sales rep such a feeling of either, wow, I really hit a home run, I've really grown this account and I've made an accomplishment, or it gives them, wow, like what's going on here, and it gives you the opportunity to react quickly.
Agreed. And I think a couple things too. Your reps are running so hard. You know as a rep, if you're watching this, how hard you run every day to pick up the referrals or to help facilitate referrals on a daily basis for each account. Sometimes it's the forest through the trees phenomenon that happens, where if this gives you the opportunity to sit back and say, what are my top 10, what are my top 30 accounts doing, and allows you the opportunity to reflect and strategize on these particular accounts to keep them safe moving forward. I will also share with you that I've had really good feedback on this particular activity from leadership at the accounts. So if it's the administrator at a SNF, or if it's an executive director at an AL, for us to come in and share and ask them basically, what are your business goals? What are the goals for your department? What are you working on this year? It gives them a sense of that you care.
Yes. It also gives you the ability that if you know that there's a hot button for them, like for example, one of my facilities that has a dementia unit, they were all about like doing more in-services for their staff, about making sure that they felt that they were appropriately having activities for cognitively impaired patients. They were really high into patients that were cognitively impaired, that they were measuring that they were losing weight, and that they really wanted to make sure that we were educating our home health aides or our hospice aides or our private pay aides, that they were making sure that they invested enough time in having that patient be able to consume their meals, that we taught the aide maybe ways to facilitate swallowing as we were feeding them. So these were things that when we did our biannual goal alignment, they also shared with us some of the areas that maybe they were not trending so well on their report cards. And from that, it gave me an opportunity to say, is there something maybe that we could do that would help you improve? And one of the areas that we recently had worked with was that they had demonstrated to us that they had an issue with too much weight loss for patients that were cognitively impaired. Once we came in and we changed the education component that we gave to all of our three areas of service, hospice, home health, and private duty, and encouraged the aides to invest a full 1 hour, taught them different ways to help a patient swallow and give them memory clues for eating, guess what? That is probably going to rebound. You know, in fact, one of the, we joke about this in hospice, you know, that don't make somebody so healthy that we have to discharge, but if we can, we will discharge. And it's pretty phenomenal.
They can graduate.
Oh God, yes. And it's great to see that. Is that because of the care that your organization is providing that gave them a new rebound or a new quality of life that they may not have previously had?
Agreed.
So there's so much value.
And I will also share with you that on the surface, oftentimes what your account shares with you, on the surface you first look at it and go, how can I impact this? Oftentimes they'll share with you, for example, a new payment model or something, and you're thinking, gosh, I'm private pay. How am I ever gonna affect that? I would ask you to just reflect on it. Take the information. You don't have to give them an answer at this meeting. This meeting is simply to collect information about what their goals are, what are they working towards, any industry changes, any leadership changes, management changes. You're taking that information and then go back and talk with your coach, your manager, your owners, and discuss how would you impact that. In fact,
jump on your Facebook and send a question into our private Facebook group. We will try to answer that as quickly as possible.
That's a good point.
And it's always something that on our monthly calls, you know, feel free to bring up these types of issues so that we can give you some guidance and some feedback. Because trust me, there's probably nothing that we have not seen
That's right.
or had to try to fix or had to offer some solutions.
And just yesterday we were talking about a new payment model, and we said, now how would we work with that? And it took us 1 second, and we came up with 4 or 5 different things on how we would impact that particular issue for that particular account. But know that there is usually a solution that you can at least help them with a little bit.
And also know that we also have so many additional resources that we can call. Like yesterday when we came up with something for one of our clients, it was kind of cool that we were both together yesterday. And at the same time, we were able to pick up and call our Medicare guru. We were able to pick up and call legal counsel and say, hey, how is this situation? What do you think? So we're here to help you with these issues.
Thank you so much. Know that the resource that you can download for this is the document that we use. Please modify it to your agency so that you can go out and ask your accounts about their goals and how to best align your services to position you as the agency of choice.
Excellent. Thank you.
Have a great day.